This is an Ultrasabers Dark Sentinel LE V4, and it's the Stunt Saber configuration, so that means there's no sound, and it has a Guardian Blue blade. So this is one of the more basic lightsabers that Ultrasabers sells, and it's a good two-handed saber though too. So you can see it's quite long. It's 12.375 inches long and 1.45 inches wide. And there are these two nice choke points on kind of either end of the switch. So that's great for kind of both the aesthetics of the saber design and also for spinning if you're into lightsaber spinning. So this is the LE version of the hilt, and that just means you have these kind of added silver colored accent marks to the hilt. It kind of, makes the design pop a little more than if you just had the solid black hilt. So that's kind of a nice feature there. Now the switch on the one I have here, this is an AV switch for the V4 lightsabers. AV switches are an upgrade feature. So typically these sabers come standard with a guarded switch, but I know a lot of people like the AV switches, so you can upgrade to an AV switch like this if you want. Notice that on this black hilt, the switch kind of gets camouflaged against the backdrop of kind of the black hilt. If you do get the black on black like this, you can also get a metallic silver AV switch instead, which would just be kind of a higher contrast switch, and it would complement kind of the other silver accents on this hilt. So, okay, moving down the saber to the pommel. This is an MHS compatible pommel. So it's a somewhat plain pommel design, but if you want something a little fancier, you can upgrade to, well, there are lots of different pommel options from Ultrasabers. You could change it around if you want. But since it is MHS compatible, that means you could also get a pommel from the custom saber shop, and that would be from their MHS V1 system. So another thing to think about with this hilt is, if you're looking for sort of a shorter version of it, a shorter version of the Sentinel would be the Apprentice or the Dark Apprentice models. And it basically just removes one of the choke points and is, much shorter version of that. So if you like the design, but if you want a shorter one, that might be the route to go. But anyway, that's kind of most of what I wanted to talk about with this saber. It is one of the kind of nice basic sabers that Ultrasabers sells. It's a very common saber that people will get as both a mystery box saber or a grab bag saber, so don't be surprised if you get one of these. And final note, Ultrasabers did just release V5 lightsabers, and includes a Dark Sentinel LE V5, and well, just all of the Sentinel, V5s. And the design is very similar, but there are some differences. So, like windows in the emitter are included standard, and some different features on the saber have been changed a little bit, although kind of the base design is very close to the V4s. So you may want to check that out as well. But let's see, let's just do one final tour of kind of the hilt itself. Now you'll notice the one I have here has a recharge port, and that's actually a useless recharge port. I got this as a grab bag saber, I think, and anyway, at least at the time it was possible to receive a useless recharge port with a grab bag saber. I don't know, you would have to ask Ultrasabers if they're still doing that. So here's kind of the very simple pommel and the nice contrast here. So the blade retention screw and just kind of the choke points. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Feel free to let me know what you guys think in the comment section.